Hello everybody, just a quick note to say there's now an audio version of this podcast. If you go to podcast.snowygaming.com, you'll be able to download the audio-only version of this podcast. And now, on with the podcast. Hello listeners, we got a problem. We got a problem here. Brian's tea has in fact run out.
Yes, this is a big problem.
I mean, send a care package in now, please.
Apparently there is no such thing as a bottomless tea.
Even in the Sports Direct mug?
I don't have a Sports Direct mug.
I know you probably don't. I don't imagine you
My brother
used
has
it.
a Sports Direct. Well, you probably don't. Say I don't play sports.
Yes. And
Yeah,
you haven't ever
right.
stepped foot into a spot. I fucking hate Sports Direct shops. They're like the messiest shops in the world.
They are. I bought some trainers from there once. Oh, it's like I'm walking into a teenager's bedroom. Or my
It's just
bedroom
like,
sometimes.
oh, I'm going to buy some shorts. Oh, well, there's those ones on the floor over there. And if you go upstairs, there's a few more. And if you go, if you go up the next floor, there's like, I don't know, I've never seen a Sports Direct with 3 floors, but, there's like a box that's just...
But you've had to swim up the stairs through all the discarded items.
Yeah.
There's clearly someone's just gone, I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, and thrown them all on the floor. Too big, too small, wrong style, wrong colour. Oh, that's the one I want. And then they throw that on the floor as well, just for good measure. Idiots. So this is the theme of the whole podcast. People.
People.
I hate them.
We hate them. There we go. There's the intro video. There's the intro segment I was looking for. That's why I was silent for so long. I was like, I need to think of a way to create an intro.
Have I done it for you?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I did it with tea, but the tea led into Sports Direct.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking advert, man.
What?
SportsDirect.com.
Oh no, I've just heard about the MCM motorbike thing. Constantly. Actually, I should turn my radio off. Yeah, constantly on the radio. And I've never... It says you can buy tickets on the door and you've never been closer. It's like my sister and I could recite the advert because we'd heard it so many times.
You've never been closer to a motorbike convention.
Yeah, and Joey Dunlop. I don't know who that guy is, but apparently he's legendary.
Legendary Joey Dunlop.
I think it's Joey Dunn. I think it's Joey... I don't know his stupid first name. I know his second name's Dunlop.
The legendary insert name here.
Dunlop.
Dunlop.
He's just a tyre. The man is just a tyre.
He's just a Michelin man.
Well, no, he's a Dunlop.
Yes, the irony. It's the irony, Brian.
Sorry. It was wasted on me. I went all American there for a second. Where apparently irony doesn't mean what it actually does mean.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. So what have you been doing this week, Snowy? Other than playing loads of games.
What have I been doing?
Yes, what have you been doing?
I've been turning 21.
Oh, we turned 21. Just like Taylor Swift song.
Is it?
That I don't know.
Oh, we're so young and cultured, Brian.
We are cultured, that's why we don't know who Taylor Swift is.
Yes. I just know she's some bratty cow that pulled all her music on Spotify one time.
Because apparently...
Oh, did I call a woman a cow? I'm sorry.
Oh, she's a cow.
It's fine, I'm gay, so, I'm allowed to make these...
No, I still call obnoxious women cows. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry, we're addressing people getting butthurt later on. So
Cool.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. If you want to hear about Tumblr and Butthurt, I don't know if it involves Tumblr, but it probably does.
No, it doesn't involve Tumblr.
Oh, wow.
But you could probably we'll put a timestamp now. Tell you where you need to go to get to the people butthurt.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Brian!
What?
I don't know where I am in the thing.
Well, we'll find out. You start making it, and you'll go, oh yeah, it was like 11 minutes 33 seconds, and you need to jump to 1 hour, 16 days, and 33 seconds, .24. It's okay. It'll be fine.
There we
But
go.
yeah,
Right, I'm getting a fucking notebook out. So now every time you say, oh, we're going to jump to a timestamp, I can write down the time when you fucking say that. I tried doing this with a video the other day, and it didn't go well, because when you're recording a video and you have to look down to write a thing, it's a lot harder, but when you're talking, you can just look.
So he's writing with a pen. Did you know pens still exist?
No, my hands don't, because they're incapable of using them.
Your hands don't exist.
No, my hands don't exist, Brian. That's part of becoming 21 these days.
Are you Jaden Smith?
David Cameron comes along and he literally cuts your hands off.
How can pens be real if our hands aren't real? Are you doing that to me?
I just wrote jump to 21 because I was saying 21.
David Cameron doesn't come and cut your hands off. He just gives you a lame deal.
He comes and cuts your hands off, charges you tax, unless of course you're in the 1%, and then he says, "Oh, hang on, you can't get disability benefits now. I cut your hands off."
But I'm disabled, but you can't get it. Actually, on disability, I was at bowling, which is a sport. I'll have you know.
Yes, right.
It's very, very taxing sport. And the old
noggin. Yeah.
On the old noggin, I'm throwing bowling balls at my own head.
Yep.
Whoops! Strike again. Yeah. Some dude pulled up in a spanking, which means new, a spanking BM 1 Series.
Right.
And he didn't look disabled. Neither did his girlfriend. Yeah, he passed me a disabled spot badly in a small car, and you can't work out how to parallel park like 16-mile gaps between cars. And he reaches down and gets out like his flip book of disability badges, and just plots one on the dashboard.
Flip book of them.
It looked like a flip book. Okay, like he just, you get a catalogue of things. Like you see when people had CDs. Do you remember those CDs? And you had like a big
they
case.
usually give you like a clock card and a blue badge. That's it. Maybe he's been nicking them because that's the thing they do.
Yeah, probably. Well, he plopped it on the dash and got out. Neither him or his girlfriend were disabled. And it's like, these spaces are made for people who are disabled.
I mean, how do you know he wasn't disabled?
Fucking hell, mate. He was not disabled. He even reacted to the dirty look I gave him. Okay, he knew he was wrong. Okay.
See, one time we parked in like a disabled spot in Asda, and my grandma is disabled, and two like, they must have been like 16 or something, walked behind us and went, "Oh, you're not fucking disabled." My grandma physically like followed them into the shop and went, "Excuse me," and then showed them the blue badge.
Yeah, it's like, seriously, we don't need as many disabled spaces as we have sometimes. I mean, some places really go overkill. But the ones that are there are not there for you to abuse. I'm not disabled, so it doesn't bother me. But there are actually disabled people who could really do with being right outside, the building. And you
it really pisses me off when I see people that haven't got a badge in the disabled spot. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like the mother and child spaces. And, you get single men pulling up. Oh, excuse me? What, is your child invisible? Or are you just stupid?
What, father and child? Are you allowed to be father and child in those spaces?
Yes, you are allowed to be father and child, for God's sake. But apparently not if you're gay.
Oh.
So I don't know how that's going to work out for you, mate.
Oh. Okay.
But then I also thought, when I go shopping with my mum, because obviously I drive and she doesn't, am I allowed to park in the mother and child space?
Technically, yes.
I'm the child. Yes, I'm 25, but I'm a child. I'm not in a pram anymore, but you suppose you can see the car as a pram. Technicalities.
He's your mobility scooter, Brian.
Yeah, I mean... But yeah, disabled people, non-disabled people parking in disabled spaces, and then pulling out, which is something that's obviously their mums, or their parents, or grandparents, disabled badges, and plopping on the dash. He clearly had enough cash as well. He's clearly loaded.
It's fine, they can get fined for it, so you know.
But he can't, because no one's going to know apart from me now.
I'm the only one who knows. There you go, Bran, there's your future. Accountant by day, parking attendant by night.
Hated by two different sets of people. And defined as boring by both.
Did you see there was a parking attendant that was that somebody
caught parking on double yellows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While giving a ticket.
Yeah. The thing is, if one of his colleagues came along, would they then have to give him a ticket?
I doubt they would, because that's how corruption works, Brian.
Oh. I'm becoming a traffic warden. Part-time. So I can fit in my normal job, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to become a traffic warden.
Okay.
Seems to be quite lucrative. Like, I can then find someone, but I can park my car across 3 parking spaces in a car park.
Yeah.
But I'm going to find someone for not paying for their parking. Because apparently the rules don't apply to me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Great. Plan for it. I'm writing that down.
Hello, welcome to the BS podcast. I nearly called it that podcast.
Wah, wah.
Where we talk bullshit.
Which
I'm
we have
Brian,
done for
he's Snowy.
15 minutes.
That's how much
What?
bullshit we talk. Because I just said the names the wrong way around on purpose.
Oh dear.
I'm Snowy, he's Brian. We fucking hate
No,
you.
not.
Go away.
Okay, right, I'll quit. I quit. Goodbye.
Oh, we don't hate you. We love you.
And what really grinds my gears today,
What really grinds
not
your
start-
gears, Brian?
the fact that some other channel has now got Family Guy, and they're going to put adverts in the middle, and I don't want to watch that.
Oh, because BBC Three went online only, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I still don't know how Jeff got back to the current time in American Dad. Because they cut it off. Fuck you, BBC Three. Well, BBC Two. I hate you.
Don't you mean, fuck you, budget cuts?
Yeah, why have they sold Formula One and then employed like 7 people to do Top Gear?
And because most of the people doing Top Gear are low-paid shit faces.
Oh, come on. Chris Evans, that loudmouth.
Well,
piece of
Chris
shit,
Evans, yes, but they needed a big name
He
to
is
actually make
such-
it not completely suffer and die.
He is such a tartar. I really don't like him. He likes the sound of his own voice. It's like, I want to just go and punch him in the gob every time he talks.
However, I love how, like, not a single fucking day of filming can go by of Top Gear now without a news article going, "Oh, the car broke down. The show's going to be an absolute failure."
Yeah, it's just a joke, mate. It's not going to be successful.
No, it's gonna have like one series, maybe 2, and then be kept.
It's going to be a clusterfuck.
I mean,
That's what it's going to be.
I think they already knew that it was gonna die because like all of like over Christmas did like the best of Top Gear over all the years and everything,
Yeah.
and it was the whole like tone of it. Even James May came out and said they were giving an unfair reboot because it was like, oh, wasn't it great when we had those 3 lads, and it's like, yeah, you're just saying goodbye to Top Gear at this point, aren't you, BBC?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It was sold on them 3.
Mm-hmm.
It really went global when they were presenting it. And I think it's when you've got an obvious connection between the presenters. You know, they're obviously all at ease with each other, and you know,
They've got
it's all the stuff.
7 presenters.
Well, 6. I mean, the Stig's not really a presenter; he doesn't talk.
Who knows?
So-
Maybe he's going to talk this series.
Oh, what a plot twist! Let's take out the whole secrecy of the Stig thing, and now he's going to talk.
I mean, it would save them money taking out the
It's
secrecy
GG
part.
BBC. He won't have an African cousin, an American cousin, a Chinese cousin anymore. You know, because the old guys did that, and if the BBC copies that again, then it's going to be harking back to the old days, isn't it?
The fastest Chris Evans has gone in a car was at 200 miles an hour plus.
Right. That means he did like 201 or 202. If you only say 200 plus.
And his dream guest for the new series is Jensen Button. Hasn't he already been on?
Jensen Button has already been on, yes.
So why was he a dream guest? Oh, fuck knows.
Because Chris Evans hasn't had him as a guest. You know what Chris Evans is going to be like? He's going to be, oh, look at the high-profile people I can get on the show. Oh, look at me. I'm so great. That's what it's going to be with him. There's going to be nothing else. There's no substance with that man.
I mean, they're going to clearly change the intro, the theme tune to the Friends theme, right? I'll be there for you, because it's got Matt LeBlanc in it.
They're not going to change that to that. I'll be there for you. When you crash into a wall, I'll be there for you.
When your series falls down, I'll be
there for you. When you get his feet into it. That's the new theme tune. BBC, Write me a letter and I will sing that for you, okay? For £3 million.
Oh
Right.
dear.
So, I think we're making progress with this podcast. I mean, I've now sung the
We've
new
offended
Top Gear
women.
theme tune. Yes.
Anyway, you were going on to go about a point about people getting offended or something, weren't you?
That was later. I said
Okay.
you got to put a timestamp, and then we jump to later.
Okay.
It's like right at the bottom of my list of
Am I
things.
putting another timestamp in or not?
You could do it now if you want. They missed the first time.
17:18.
Well, it's at 36 minutes for me because I started recording my voice
Ditto.
really early.
You're a fucking dick, because I'm going to sit there and try and find where I started recording.
I also did my silence as requested.
Yes. I request that all my presenters do a 2-minute silence in respect for me.
And Top Gear.
In respect
And the horrible mess it's now going to be.
So shall we just get on to the video games, Brian?
Hold on.
Oh,
I want to say one more thing on Top Gear.
Oh. Go on then.
May the one viewer of Top Gear, Chris Evans, enjoy it forevermore.
Don't you mean Toast?
Alright, the 2 viewers of Top Gear, Toast and Chris Evans.
We've always got to mention Toast. Every episode we have to mention
May
Toast.
you enjoy it forevermore. I don't know, I think he's a forgettable character. He's like, he has a cameo here and there, but that's it. And then we goes, ha, he was in another episode. You can't
It gives me an
shoehorn him in.
excuse to say, we talked about you in this episode, Toast.
What, to get one more
so
view?
he sits there and listens to the entire thing.
Well, we should say at the fucking end.
I will do. I'll make sure that I say we mentioned them twice. There you go. But actually, it's quite
double
funny
trouble.
because how we always make our one listener joke, and it's Toast. It was good old. Let's go to YouTube. I think it's Captain Jack Harkness is his username.
Who keeps turning up.
Who?
It's like a fucking stalker. Also, I've noticed your subscribers have gone up by like 30 or 40.
Gone up 30 or 40? You fucking what, mate? No. He sat
Since
at
I last
30.
looked.
He sat at 30 for ages. Yeah, it probably was.
It was like 200 and something when I last looked. And then I looked and it was like
233.
Yeah, so it's gone up by 30.
It's gone up by 3. In like.
No, since I last looked.
Well, look fucking more
Which was
often,
about, what,
clearly.
6 years ago? So you gained 30 subscribers in 6 years, so that's good going.
It was Captain Jack Harkness who said he watches the podcast as well as Toast. So hi, Captain Jack Harkness.
No.
Also known as Caleb.
No, we are not shoehorning people in.
Speaking of shoehorning people in, Toast subtly suggested we should have guests on the show.
Oh, really? Who did he suggest would be our first guest?
He didn't actually suggest anyone. I was like, oh, we might have guests one day when it's a bit bigger and we're more
When
organised.
it's a bit bigger, I'll be 50 before that happens. I'll
You
either
say
have no
this,
children or
but-
several children.
I've probably said this before on the podcast. I once got in contact with Jonathan Colton. Never actually had him on the show, but I got a response from his henchman, Scarface.
Henchman.
Yeah, the email said, hi, this is Jonathan Colton's disfigured henchman, Scarface. How can I help you?
Sounds like an automated reply to me.
Yeah, it was a fucking awesome reply. And
So
the
it's
guy, and Ed McMullen, who made Super Meat Boy before he was famous and like a massive indie darling, I was going to have him on my podcast, but I actually forgot to ever... Oh no, we stopped the podcast before that happened. Which I regret.
You idiot.
I
You could have
regret.
been really big.
I could have been really big.
There we go. And oh, that's the guy who interviewed the Super Meat Boy guy.
But we did have some guy from Zephoid Games.
I don't know who that is.
They made Call of Cthulhu and...
Sound crap. Right, let's move on.
Zeboid Games, sorry. But yes, okay, we'll move on. Fine. Moving
Thank
on.
you.
What have you been playing, Brian?
Rocket League,
Oh,
Cities Skylines, and Euro Truck Simulator 2.
So, 2 different games, cool.
2 different games. I'm mixing it up past couple of weeks. So, yeah, sorry, no ATS2. ATS2? ATS1. Because there's just not enough meat on that bone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm staring at that game going, you should be more, but you're not.
Why were you not more?
Why were you not more? Why were you not more than 2 trucks?
Well, we've been over this. I told you this earlier.
Because we
Because
didn't
of
get the
licensing.
license. Well, fucking, why did you release the game?
You say that. But they did release like Iverdo and I can't remember what they called Mercedes, but they released them under silly names while they waited on the licenses, which is fine. But they said they had these trucks ready to go. Just put them under fake names. No one cares. We just want to drive trucks. That's why we buy the game.
You're right there, Brian. Is your voice getting a bit high?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just because I'm constantly complaining about something. So I get higher as I go on.
Okay, then. Yeah.
Yeah. And the map. Why? Why, guys? What are you doing? I mean, what? Do you not like your fans anymore? Do you think we don't deserve any content? Which you're then going to charge us piecemeal? Actually, that doesn't bother me so much. It's the map scale that bothers me. Snowy, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to look for company accounts.
Off.
I'm looking for company accounts for SES software.
You won't find it. They're based in Finland. Finland?
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Yeah, you won't find it.
No.
Unless they're in the UK. You won't be able, see, if they're in the UK, I'll be able to find them.
Yeah, it's quite
But
easy to
they're
find
not.
companies. We already discussed this on a previous podcast.
Yes, like Codemasters and their extreme research and development, which somehow made them make a loss. They didn't have to pay any tax. Yes, Codemasters, I'm on to you.
You're going to report them to Cameron now. And then they'll set up a deal and pay like 0.5% of the tax, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. GG Google, you won, guys.
No, actually, I think you'll find it's very fair.
It's not fair,
After
man.
6
I pay
years
my
investigation. No, it's not. Like, ugh.
What planet are you on where that's fair? They must owe at least half a billion in tax. At
Yeah.
least. And they go, oh yeah, it was 105 million or something? And oh yeah, it's a great deal. It's a great deal. Yeah, good job, guys. Try and tell me it's a great deal when you actually get what they owe. Not what you think they should owe. Idiots.
It's like Vodafone owns something like 2 billion or something fucking stupid like that. And instead of paying it back, HMRC fined them 1.5 million. And then wipes the tax. That's like, oh yeah, that's fine if you pay a part. It's like, oh, but we could be out of debt.
You know what? If I didn't pay my tax, HMRC wouldn't go and say, okay, here's £100 fine and we'll wipe off all the tax you owe. They wouldn't do that.
Nope. They'd be fucking bashing down your door like, where the fuck's
precisely.
the money?
Yeah, and it turns out my tax is like 120 quid. You know, that sort of thing. But big companies just walk around doing what they want. The fuck's wrong with you? Capitalism, you're broken.
Capitalism's fucking broken, full stop.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. It's broken.
We should all clearly be a Marxist community.
And the thing is, no government is ever going to sort it out. Because it brings them too much commerce. So, you know.
Yeah, well, they don't want to upset the companies, do they? Because the companies bankroll their party, and
You know what? That is the most absurd thing I've ever. Where I work, people say, "Oh, don't charge them. We don't want to upset them. We don't want to chase them for money they owe that they've owed for 6 to 12 months. We just don't want to upset them." Excuse me, they owe you money. Go and get that money. Don't upset them. If they're not going to pay their bills, then fuck them. You don't need them anyway. Dicks. So yeah, Vodafone, you can do one. Codemasters, I'm on to you and your R&D. No one has that much R&D every year, so you know, pull the other one, guys. And Google, I'm moving to Bing now, because Microsoft probably pay a bit more tax than you do.
So
on the subject of money,
I know where the owners of SES live.
Right.
And I know how much they paid for their shares.
Are you going to disseminate that on?
I'm not going to disseminate the owner. I'm not going to. I'm going to disseminate how much. I could disseminate how much they paid each.
No, don't.
But I wouldn't disseminate their address.
I wouldn't.
I'm not that sort of person.
But if you want to send dog poo, you can send them to Snowy.
10 Downing Street. Just leave that on. If you leave that on the letter, it'll probably get there anyway.
Yeah. Shit will be hard by the time it gets there, because the Royal Mail is crap, or someone would have stolen your post.
Yeah.
Because Royal Mail is crap.
But no, you can find company accounts by the looks of it.
Can you? I
Yeah.
don't think they were so readily available. I know, obviously, I can look for freebies using their beta service.
Yeah, I found
Um,
their
yeah.
their accounts in PDF form, pages 10. It's all in.
Isn't it all in?
It's all in Czech, of course, but which doesn't actually translate into PDF very well by the looks of it.
Oh dear. Is it all like question marks?
It's all like letters over top of the letters and dates and oh god, it's such a mess.
It's a mess. I bet it looked great on a Czech Adobe version, but maybe you don't. Yeah,
Oh, it's because it's going through Google Translate and fuck it. Fuck it.
Okay. Right. Are we going to talk about games now? Complained about things.
Yeah, now that you complained about things, go back to what you're playing. You're playing Rocket League.
Rocket League. Which there was an update recently. Which Season 2 has now started, which has changed the ranking system to some system that no one can decipher. Which people were complaining about. It also added the map Wasteland to the ranked playlist. That is solo 3v3, standard 3v3, 2v2 and 1v1. And people have been deleting Wasteland from their game files so they don't have to play the map.
Right.
Unfortunately for them, Psyonix has released a hotfix, which means you'll get banned for deleting Wasteland so you don't have to play it. Which means that now I won't get it 3 times in a row. I will actually get to play the other maps. So not only are you stopping yourself from playing a map, you're making other people play it constantly. Dicks.
Wait, so why are they making other people play it constantly?
Because the servers which are then running that map don't ever have anybody on them, so there is a free server. So when you search for a match, you're chucked onto to a random server which has space on it, basically.
Okay.
So all the servers that have got Wasteland as the current map
sat there empty, waiting.
are sat there empty, yeah.
Waiting
So
for
people who've got
somebody with
Wasteland
installed to press
Yeah.
play. There's somebody waiting for us. Get him.
Yeah. So then all the people who've still got Wasteland in their files get it constantly, while those people who don't anymore.
So would you advise not even bothering to play Rocket League at the moment?
Yeah. Just don't delete Wasteland. It's not even that bad a map. Isn't that the
one
like,
where like some guy went outside the map and found out there's loads
yes, it is.
Yeah.
But the pitch is slanted down and inwards, and it's quite a large pitch. But that's it.
We should play more Rocket League, Brian. But you've got new friends.
I have got new friends, although I'm not sure I want to play with them anymore.
Oh.
I mean, I've been demoted
Oh,
for one. There's drama in the team.
Oh dear.
Nah, they're all right.
I don't want to play with them anymore. They said a mean thing about my mother.
I might be looking for a team though, so if you're out there and you need someone who is adequately skilled,
You should pick me.
Is in Division 11 of 12 for solo 3v3 and standard 3v3.
This is why you don't play with me, clearly, Brian, because I have no practice.
Yeah, precisely. And I've got 300 and something hours and you don't. Yeah, I'm looking for a team. So
just to inform you that I am currently drawing penises and faces on this notepad.
So what we're saying is it's dangerous for you to have a notepad nearby.
It is
because
very
this
dangerous.
is what it'll descend into.
There's just a bunch of really creepy looking faces on here, and there's like 2 time codes. That's it. Just, 2 numbers surrounded by penises and faces and other stuff.
It's like you being in a meeting and someone's pointing at some pie charts on a flip chart.
Well, if you
or
see
thing.
there's a pie chart, right, and this is our inflation in
can
profits and our
that
deflation in losses, right?
That doesn't make
Now,
any sense.
last year they threw us a curveball, right?
No, what you can
So
see.
now we're going to have to synergize,
sales.
monetize, weaponize.
No, stop. Okay, you're talking shit. Who got this business analyst in? Because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You
Okay.
didn't get my reference.
I don't care about your reference.
Modernize.
I know your reference.
Monetize.
I know your reference.
Weaponize.
Okay. It's Films Hat Corp.
I just drew a pie, by the way.
What? As in the symbol pie?
Yeah,
or an
no,
actual...
as in like actual pie.
Actually, you drew an actual pie. Okay,
What?
I'm gonna stop boring you on Rocket League then, but
No.
it is an important thing.
Yeah,
People are
carry on.
cheating, and it ain't right.
Ain't
Okay.
right, guys.
If you don't like the map, complain to Psyonix. Don't make the rest of us honest players play. You're also skewing ranked. You complain about the map skewing ranked, and then you go and skew ranked yourself by removing that map. You're an idiot, basically. If that's your thinking, you're an idiot, and you infest the internet. And I hate you, and I want you to go away.
Wow.
I hate people like that. Oh, I don't want to play this map. Oh, I'm going to delete it. Oh, it's so bad. Fucking deal with it and move on, man. It ain't going nowhere. Idiot. Right, next. That's one rant down.
City Skylines has a new DLC, Brian. Have you got it?
Oh, what a sack of shit that is. Fucking hell, man.
Okay. Like the last one then, yeah?
You know what? Colossal Order. I'm not buying your DLC.
I love you, but
There's no substance.
you're not good enough for me. So, Colossal Order.
Yeah, you suck, guys.
Oh.
Your DLC's crap. Go back. Try again. Also, stop tying new transport options to your DLC. I don't want to buy your DLC. I just want the transport options.
Or maybe release a transport options DLC.
Or people have been asking that forever. What they seem to be doing is drip feeding different bits of transport system inside the DLC. You have to buy the DLC to get the transport system. They know what people want. They know what they're doing. Guys, I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Stop it. Idiots. Actually, can we cut that out? I don't want to call them idiots, because they're going to just spite me now. That's it. All transport DLC is now in other DLC. So yeah, basically, don't care for your new update. I like City Skylines though. It's a good game.
It sounds good, but the two DLCs they've got, I haven't even been convinced to buy.
No, I bought After Dark.
Oh, we have nighttime. Oh, we have snow.
I bought After Dark.
I think I bought After Dark, actually, but I've not played it.
Well, having the various assets were nice. And the,
Oh my god, the
they
game's
had-
only £9. Oh, it's on sale. Okay,
Is it
it's on sale. Also, excuse me yawning.
Yeah, I heard you yawning. Too early for you, is
No.
it, Snowy? Too early.
A little bit.
Wimp.
It's not too early for me. I woke up too early, and then Brian was late anyway, so you know.
I wasn't late.
Yes, you were.
I was here at 9:45.
No, you weren't.
I was. I made my tea. I was here at 9:45.
Don't lie to me,
I was just
Brian.
messing about making notes for half an hour. Because I hadn't made them yet.
Actually, you were here at 9:53 and 9 seconds.
Hold on. I need to verify that.
I verified that via Mumble.
9:53:13. Okay, fine. I'll let you off.
I win.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Have you got
Isn't
any?
the day and night cycle is free anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but I wanted the actual assets and other stuff.
It's weird. What about snow? Is that free?
No.
Oh, okay.
Snow is actually bound to certain maps. So, yeah, that's why I don't like it. Just make it seasons. Just make it swap between summer and winter.
Yeah, why not make it just why just snow? Why not all weather effects like rain? So less people go out at the weekend, you know, to eat for leisure.
Well, that's the thing. When they
you can
introduced
have-
After Dark, the citizens don't actually react to the fact that it's night time, so they're going to school at midnight.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought that was the point. I thought like it got quiet at night.
No.
The roads all got quiet.
No. But
No,
a modder has come to our rescue, and I want
I
you to.
swear I saw a video and it got really
I
quiet.
want you
at night.
to put the link to his mod.
Oh,
in the description.
What time code am I at? Oh no, Brian, it's all broken. Right, back, Brian, back.
He's back.
I'm back.
Oh, this is gonna be horrible. For you,
It is
David.
gonna be fucking awful.
Oh, he's gonna have to
So
cut these
my
together.
time code is now question mark. Cities Skylines.
Will you not hear it when you're going through? Because you've got to make sure it's all lined up now.
Skylines mod. I'll just remember. I just
Yes.
put it down anyway. But yes.
Cool. There's a mod. A modder has gone to our rescue, and he's made a mod called Rush Hour. Not unlike the name of the SimCity 4 expansion pack many years ago. Which adds events for the traffic and things like that, and makes the citizens actually react to what time it is.
Right.
So at night you'll get, in your residential areas, you get a lot of parked up cars and no activity really going on in your industrial areas apart from the odd delivery here and there. And then in the morning, which it's all you can use to define it as well, people will get up, go to work, go to school, so you get your rush hour, and then it will kind of die down during the day while people are at work and people are at school, and then when they all start coming home again, it will become rush hour again.
Whee!
And then it will quiet down after that, which is all user definable. Some of the presets were a bit odd, like people finishing school at like 2:30. Who finished school at 2:30?
I did, but that's because my school was a Bethel school.
I didn't. I was finished at 3:30.
But no, most places,
Or 3:35.
finish at 3:30, yeah. Or around
Yeah,
3.
Precisely. I know that once I left, they used to every other Friday they finish at 2:30, I think. But that was odd
Or in
occasion.
America, they finish at 4:20.
Well, it sucks to be them.
Which is why 4:20 blaze it.
Oh, is that why it's 4:20?
Yes, because all the kids used
Oh,
to
it's
come
an
out of
American
school
thing.
and blaze it.
Oh, yeah, guys who do weed, you're lame. I'm just going for everyone today. Don't worry.
French people, yep.
No, they're exempt for now. Okay.
There was a thing on r/British Problems saying, I can't make the joke. I'd like France, but it's too full of French people anymore because it triggers an argument about the migrant crisis.
Oh man, people getting their panties in a bunch all over that. God, guys, move on. Oh, they've built this thing for us. It looks like a prison. We don't want to move into that, even though we live in ramshackled tents and tarp. You okay, guys?
Brian is the controversial comic relief character, you may notice.
Yes. Don't. Anything I say is probably 95% serious, but it's also quite. Could it be satirical? That thing could be.
No. It's
No.
all serious. Everything Brian says is actually what his
100%
opinion is.
serious.
This
Yeah,
is not a
this is
character
what
in
I-
the slightest.
This is what I really think.
Brian really thinks women should go bury themselves in the kitchen.
I would say migrants will go home, but you know what people are like these days. Actually, sorry, I'm going straight to my people butthurt comment.
Okay, we're going to the
Butthurt.
butthurt comment, which is at like 40-ish. 40.
40.
This is my time code now. I've got ish.
Yeah, because these guys and time codes are not going to be right. Well, if you work it off of yours and then line up mine with yours, that's fine. Yeah, people get butthurt over stupid things. What the hell's going on with these days? Snowy. I just noticed. That's it, my personality is gone. I no longer have one.
I kind of forgot to press the start button. Oh well, I guess I got a new sync point at least.
About all the stuff that came before, what's going to happen to that?
It's just fine. It'll all be in sync. I just stopped recording. Anyway, sorry.
NSYNC.
People getting butthurt about NSYNC. Yes, the
About
90s, the 90s electronic.
Hit band that Justin Timberlake, the front man, I suppose you could say, because let's be honest, they all faded into obscurity once he left.
Somebody
Yeah,
made a
fantastic group.
comment about that when was it? One of the people left One Direction, and somebody was like,
0.8 direction.
and and some guy was like, yeah, it's going to be like NSYNC, where just one of them comes out on top, even though they all think they will.
Yeah. Or Hearsay. You do not remember? Are you too young for Hearsay?
I know he's saying, I just can't remember any of their songs.
Pure and simple.
For some reason I'm writing down their name. I don't know why. Why are you doing this, brain?
And
Anyway,
then
people
they
getting
did one other
butthurt.
song. Yeah. Well, you tell me your butthurt thing first.
What's my butthurt
Because-
thing?
My mouth is wearing out.
What's my butthurt thing, Brian?
Was it something about Shin?
Sorry, what?
Someone in the old cast?
Oh no, that was
And
old.
about
That's
people-
old. That's old.
Come on, man.
It's old.
Still people
No,
get butthurt.
it's way old. Like ridiculous. Like years old now, Brian.
Ugh, you don't want to say it. You're embarrassed. That's fine.
No, it's not. I don't want to say he's literally years old. I was looking at YouTube drama one day and I just came across it all.
YouTube drama.
Because
surprised you
I
weren't there for
remembered
years.
that like Alex Day, who was a musician and vlogger,
It was a flocker.
was accused of being a rapist.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember reading all of that. I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
And I don't know why I ended up researching it. It's just sort of. Oh, it's because I started searching up the Twitch nightlight thing. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Which was I don't know if you know about that.
No.
One of the Twitch official moderators, like the paid staff, was a furry, was a mod. Put his boyfriend's furry emoticon as a global emote. And,
Yeah.
And everyone started going on at him about it. And another staff member banned the people going on about it, but he all got the blame for it by the Twitch community. And
Well, yeah. Why would you do that?
And it all went to shit. And yeah.
It's his own fault, really, isn't it?
Anyway,
To be honest.
get to your butt hurt, because my butt hurt is old. I was just.
Well, there's a couple of butt hurt.
Okay.
It was a little while ago. I think it must have been a month ago or so now. There was that guy who was trying to sign up for something. I can't remember which game it was now, but his name came up on one of the most wanted. So, or because it thought he was on that list, he couldn't actually sign up for. I think.
Oh
it was
yes.
And
is it not?
he came up.
Was it not
Yeah.
a Blizzard game?
I think it might have been because he was from a territory or something. I can't remember which one it was.
It was because it was from a certain territory originally.
Yeah.
His like computer came from a certain territory. 'Cause
Yeah.
the US bans certain companies.
Yeah.
Well,
Sales to certain companies.
yeah.
Yeah. And simple error. It could happen to basically anyone. You happen to come from if you happen to have the wrong set of circumstances. And this guy was going, I felt dehumanized. What part of being refused to sign up for something makes you dehumanized? Why are you so stupid? Oh, I couldn't go and sign up for some stamps at the post office. I felt so dehumanized. It's just absurd. What's wrong with you? Are you trying to get some clicks and get some compensation? You suck.
Well then.
Come on, man. People can't get butthurt about things. Because it's stupid.
Yep.
And also, the Texas vlog that was released, I think, last night for Hat Films.
I was going to watch it, but then decided not to.
Someone in the comments has been basically accusing Trot of deliberately blacking up.
Of
just
deliberately
because he's racist.
blacking up.
Deliberately blacking up. Yes. I shit you not. He's been they were going, oh yeah, it's just a small thing in the end, but they were pretty much going, Trot, you're a racist, and that he was deliberately getting his makeup made worse so he'd be more blacked up. And I was sitting there thinking, are we on the same planet? Do we exist in the same space?
God.
Because
I'm going to sit here and fucking flick through this now, aren't I? Just so I can have an opinion. Just so I can have a fucking opinion.
You know what Trot's like with his makeup? He always goes OTT. Like when he had the makeup done.
Blacked up. It's dirty.
I'm going to have to quickly flip through because I remember seeing it.
1329, mate. 1329.
1329? Yeah, and Ross says that's pretty frowned upon in some places. And this is what set the person off. But in what way is that blacked up?
It's not. It's
not, is it? It's dirty.
He wouldn't be the first fucking YouTuber to black up anyway. Oh, there was one guy who's massive vlog that did it and then eventually promised not to do it again.
But you know what Trot's like. He goes way over the top with his makeup.
Yeah. He loves
all
really
the
big at
time.
makeup. He's a bit of a makeup freak.
Yeah. Oh, here
have I just hurt somebody's feelings by calling him a freak because he likes makeup?
Careful. It's dangerous territory you're moving into.
It's very dangerous territory. Now he's wearing John Lennon glasses. Cool.
But yeah, the person who actually responded to the first comment is basically saying he knew what he was doing. He knew he was being racist. That's why he kept on doing it. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. People who black up do it properly. They actually do it with intent. Trot was just going over the top with his makeup as usual. I mean, every time we see him and makeup, and pretty much one highlight for me is definitely him in the lipstick, because that was hilarious. Are you trying to say he's parodying women now? I mean, because if this is the road we're going down, he's parodying women by having lipstick on. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the logic.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm reading comments now, which is the worst thing to ever do.
Did you see the Rose of the Brooks comment? Yes, I'm naming and shaming now.
Trot's blackface certainly looks questionable, and out of context would be seen as very offensive. No.
There you go.
No, it wouldn't. I mean, it would be a bit weird for him to walk down the street with a face that looks... It's not even black, it's dirty. It looks dirty. I've never seen a black person... I should not have stopped at that point of the sentence.
Yeah, I've never seen a black person.
I've never seen a black person whose cheek is black and then the rest of them is a sort of orange tinge.
Yeah. Well, the comments further down are... Someone said, do you really think Trot meant to be racist? And they went, well, they definitely had a say in how their makeup would look. What? So Trot went, I really want to be blacked up. Do you think that's really what he said?
Probably.
He probably said, make me filthy.
I want to be filthy.
Make me absolutely filthy.
Make me fucking filthy.
Dirty.
Oh, you dirty bitch.
Spread that filth on my face.
That's dirty fucker.
And they were saying about the gold tooth thing also, which happened to be part of the costume.
What's wrong
with that? Are they saying
that?
That was also racist?
Oh, because black people are known for wearing gold teeth, right?
Yeah, all the time. That's what they do now.
Because that's not stereotyping.
Yeah, that's not a whole wild generalisation, is it?
God damn it. The guy in Home Alone had gold teeth, and he wasn't black, he was white.
And then they're trying to say that Trot probably isn't very intelligent.
I mean, he probably isn't, but...
That's pretty harsh. I mean...
And they've all been to uni, but... I suppose they do film studies at uni, so... What?
Wow, this thing carried on after I went to bed. And someone even said, you get butt hurt. There we go. See? Butt hurt.
Oh, wait. But if you see, at 13:45, right, there's a blacksmith behind them, but Ross, his hat is covering up the word Smith, so it just says black over Trot's head.
With a black anvil.
Yes.
Racism.
And so black has 5 letters in it. 5 minus 2 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Oh, for God's sake, how did I see that coming? Just how?
Oh, dear.
Also, have you seen Smith's face?
Smith's face? He looks like he's high as usual.
Oh, yeah. But he's also got quite heavy makeup on to make him look filthy. So why are we not starting on Smith as well?
I don't.
Oh, I forgot to like the video. Should do that now.
What?
I like the video because I'm a racist.
Have I got to put this in somewhere?
Put what in somewhere?
Oh, 50-ish. 50-ish. Trot. Blackface.
Is a racist?
Blackface. Imus. There you go, that's his name now. Chris Blackface Trot. Chris Blackface Trot.
Oh, you're a terrible person. Now you're accusing him of doing it.
No, I'm not. I'm not accusing him of doing shit. I'll have you know, Brian.
Have you noticed that at 13:45, the ampersand sign is actually the wrong way round?
At what?
See,
where it says unlock, yeah.
Yeah. It's the wrong way round.
It's the wrong way round. Anyway, any more butt hurt?
Well, it's not quite butt hurt, but it's still absurd.
Mm-hmm.
People essentially saying that Smith is a druggie because he didn't feel that answering a question on ketamine and magic mushrooms on stream was a good thing to be doing.
Come on, guys. You know how... Is this was a Hat Film stream or a Yogscast stream?
It was a Hat Film stream.
Okay. I was going to say, it's a Yogscast stream. You know how fucking strict they are with that. They can't even swear. So
Yeah, like they couldn't even wax Trot's nipples.
Nope.
On the Christmas stream the other year.
Is
And I
it-
was like, what?
the Christmas stream started off as like him, Lewis and Simon just literally sat around streaming whenever they felt like it, which was really great fun. And the next year they got a few more of them in, and it was great fun. And then it all became like schedules, and I was like, oh, this is crap now.
Yeah. Well, I've got the Reddit thread up in front of me, which Snowy put a link in the bottom so you can laugh. Basically, they've taken that Smith not talking about it means he's done it, which is the most absurd conclusion I've ever heard. Because they constantly joke about drugs, and then they say you shouldn't do it. Every time there is disclaimer at the end, and say no, you shouldn't be doing this thing. And then someone makes up this 4-paragraph rant about how they're pandering to the lowest common denominator, and they must have done drugs because they're joking.
Shit. Shall we get on to some video games and
Yes,
shit?
video games. What
Video
you
games.
talk about,
I
Snowy?
just opened my shopping list. I didn't want to
What?
open my shopping list. I wanted to open up the video games.
Right, what video games have you been playing, Snowy?
I have been playing XCOM 2.
So has Trot. On the stream.
I noticed he's been doing it solo.
Yeah,
I
Solo's
haven't been
weird.
watching it though. But
Solo streams are still strange. I miss Ross's one. Smith is still to do one.
why are they strange? Why are they strange?
Because when you watch, well, how many years has it been now? 5 years have been watching that films? And they've always been together.
Is it like the boy band's broken up?
No, it's just a bit jarring. It's like, will they be funny on their own?
Are
Because
they funny
obviously-
on their own?
They are funny on their own. And obviously when they're alone, there's more community engagement rather than them having a laugh
as
between
much as
themselves.
you can get when you're as big as Trot, Ross and Smith. Yes.
Yes. Yes, I still kind of wish that they were Skyland's size in that respect. But it's nice to see them get more fans.
I haven't watched anything in theirs in ages. Anyway, let's stop talking about other YouTubers.
Well, I like Hat Films.
Yeah, I
I'm wearing
know,
my
but
Hat Films
nobody else
t-shirt.
gives a shit.
But they need 1 million subscribers, Snowy.
They don't
They need
need a
all your
million subscribers.
subscribers.
I need 1 million subscribers. Actually, I don't. I don't want to even be as big as them, really.
Would you, yeah, that's the thing. Would you want a big YouTube channel? Is that an aim for you?
My aim for YouTube channel to be break even. That'd be it.
You know what? I think you'd get to a certain size and you think, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to go as big as I can.
I mean, if I could make a living off YouTube, fine. Like, if I could just
I mean-
fucking quit uni now and...
Yeah.
Like, if you guys want to do that for me, I mean, feel free, but...
Well, you know, obviously merch and everything of that one-time joke you make, and then everyone keeps repeating it,
Yeah.
which is what happened with Hand of Truth and things like that, which then became merch and earned them a lot of money. Yeah, I think if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it properly.
I've never done YouTube for the money, right? I've never done it. I've always done it. That's why I don't ever...
Well, no, I mean,
I try to
when
keep,
say,
like, a few videos a week. Like, 2
I-
at least, but...
when I say do it properly, I mean don't half-arse it, because people know when you're half-arsing it.
I don't half-ass anything. This is why I don't... The stuff, like, how many games have I got that I'm meant to make a video of? Hang on, let's have a look.
And making money, as in business, is part of running a successful business.
I
But
have...
if you live your life for your business, the money's a bonus.
I have 8 games that I need to make a video of, right? And most
Yeah.
of them I've had since about September.
Uh-oh.
Now, this is an issue, but the reason I haven't done them is because I know I will half-ass it.
Yeah.
So I don't do them. I don't do them until I feel I'm actually ready to play. I feel like I'm energetic enough to play. I've played some of them, and I've recorded a video where it's just been like, oh, this is great fun.
I'm really
Oh,
enjoying myself.
I'm really... and some of them I just don't understand at all, so I need to have the energy to be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah,
rather
see, I could never play games solo and commentate on them. I just don't... It's not in my nature to do that. I could happily play with someone else, but I can't do it by myself and talk to no one, essentially. I don't have the right character for that, I don't think. I think I work better with other people than I do by myself.
I sometimes to get like there's some videos I'm really proud of, and there's some videos I really like. Oh god, and then everything else is sort of in the middle. But some of the videos I'm really proud of. What was the last one I did? Like my last episode of Fallout, I think it was, or the last two, where I went inside Kellogg's brain, ooh, and then went to the glowing sea. Yes, I know you just got there. Shush. I was really proud of.
Slowpoke.
Because like they were really good commentary and stuff like that. And then there's a video here where I'm playing poker for 12 minutes on Red Dead Redemption. Oh. So I found a bunch of Red Dead videos I hadn't uploaded in the summer, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'll stick them all out at once.
How many views have got? One? None? 15,
and the Pokemon got 12. 12 minutes of me playing poker got 12 views. A view a minute. Fucking hell. If only that was like the usual.
Yeah, I think it's a shame for smaller channels especially. There doesn't seem to be much to get them out there.
Yeah.
Especially when there seem to be some that have quite a lot to offer.
Well, this is the thing, like I say, if I would love to be able to invest more time in my YouTube channel, right? I'd love to be able to afford any game that wasn't sent to me and be like, guys, you should really get this game on. Guys, fucking stay away from this game. That's what I want. At EGX last year, I did a really sort of technical look on everything. I went around and asked, like, what lessons had they learned and everything. And I really liked that. Sadly, there's some more butthurt. Okay, I've written that on my notepad. But I went around and asked, like, what did you learn through development and stuff like that. And I really liked what I was doing. I was like, I'm going to do this next year as well. I had a really weird encounter at EGX. We played a game called Crystal Rift, I think it was called, and it's a dungeon crawler, sort of like Legend of Grimrock, but it's on the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. And I played it. They skipped us a queue, which I felt terrible every time they skipped us to the front of the queue. I was like, I'm just a tiny little channel and they're skipping me into the front of the queue. Especially on the first day they did it, because the guy went, excuse me, do you mind if I get somebody in front of you? They're from press. I was like, oh my god, he said I'm from the press. No. Well,
that's the thing. But you know, when you reach 300 subscribers, you'll be going, bitch, put me to the front of the queue now. I'm a big channel.
But no, at this Crystal Rift thing, then George got up and played it, and I sat down. I started talking to one. They were developers. Most of the people at EGX are developers for the smaller games.
Yeah.
They were developers, and I started talking about technical stuff with him just out of interest because I want to be a game developer myself. And I think that was the interview. Because after George was done playing it, they sort of went, okay, thanks, guys, and then sent us on our way. I was like, okay then, was there not like a video thing? So I never actually covered their game. It was quite an interesting game, I will add, but it was a bit mediocre. But no,
sorry guys,
I would love to be able to make money, enough money to say, right, I can afford not to focus everything on something else.
But then the thing is, we play games as a hobby, really, more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yes, we play them a lot, but it's because there's a lot of bloody games.
Too many games.
Too many, and they take up a lot of time. But then, I think, could I realistically do that as a job? Because, you know me, I have this thing where I don't just play a game for an hour and that's it. I play it for hours and hours and hours until I burn out on it. And then I never touch it again. And I don't think that's the right mentality.
See, this is part of the problem I have with this is playthroughs though, right? This is the part of the problem I have with playthroughs, which is why I haven't had a Fallout 4 video since the 9th of February. Mostly because I had
12 days.
Yeah, but I had my birthday, which is the main reason. I was like, fuck this, I'm not working for a week. And now I regret it, because I've got to catch up with my uni work. Anyway, but I burn out on a game and I leave it, and then I might go back to it, or I go, oh wait, it's a bit dead in the water now as a YouTube content thing, so I probably won't bother and I'll just go and play it myself. The other problem is, there are some games which you really get hyped for and you would love to play, and the commentary always ruins the game for me. I can't sit there and take in the lore and all that. Like, if I was playing Deus Ex, where all the emails actually, if you read every email in that game, it eventually pieces together the end of the game sort of thing. You realise what's going on in the world. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'd just be reading them and it wouldn't go in. Which is why I would love to do the first impression stuff, which is why I'd love to get to the size where people were sending me games like on a daily basis. Or I was able to afford to buy a new game on a daily basis and just be like, this is a game, you should play this. Because it would show me games that I might never played before.
But then a lot of people already do that content, so how would you separate yourself from them? That's obviously the problem is that there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and a lot of the content's very similar.
Oh yeah, it's
So
all about
would it not
character.
be- Yeah, would it not be wiser to specialise in a certain type of game, rather than be sort of catch-all?
No, mine's not like I don't like most people do a playthrough, right? Like 90% of YouTube gamers do playthroughs, don't they?
Yes.
Probably 99%.
Yes.
What I'm saying is I'd like to do my one-off videos for each game, like, and it wouldn't be just big games. It would be the smaller. I prefer to show off smaller games, so it'd be the really interesting, odd games that nobody's heard of, like Hard West and stuff like that, and
Factorio.
Factorio, which we've never actually recorded.
Yeah, you did a couple of early things which made me buy it.
See,
Um,
see, that's the
but-
sort of stuff I'd do.
but we didn't record any
No,
online that we
you
did.
and George and I were going to do it, weren't we?
Yeah, but all of our collective internets were too shit.
Yeah, and George doesn't have a PC that has a mic in it anymore because he's gone full laptop.
Oh dear.
He bought a business laptop and he's just like, oh, I don't need to use a computer anymore.
A business laptop.
Yeah, he bought an
Doesn't
IBM.
spit out pie charts.
No, he bought an IBM ThinkPad.
Sounds hella boring, yo.
It has the eye lights up with red LED. Oh,
Right. We're supposed to go, wow.
yes, we did. I
at
did
that.
5 episodes of Factorio, and I think
We should play Factorio. I think
we
it's
should
come-
play Factorio. Yes.
It's come a long way, I think, since the last time we played it.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
got
Certainly
multiplayer
last
now,
time
which
I
I
played
imagine
it.
is stable now at least. That was the problem.
Yeah.
That it wasn't stable, was it? It was
Yeah, they
like
did a lot of
fucking
work
ping of a
on-
million.
Well, they did work on lag hiding, I think, was what they did. The very least as an interim issue, a solution. But obviously, when you're at uni, you've got
Ultimate
the
net.
best internet that anyone could ever have. I never
To
had
catch
that.
it is my real test. To train it is my call.
No,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
it's not a Pokemon. God. But yeah, we should certainly play that again because I think they've added a lot. The mod I was using, Ditech, has gone under an overhaul itself at the moment, so it's not usable. But I'm going to keep an eye on it. Might be worth something worth covering. Just an FYI.
Cool. Okay, well, we'll try and organise something. Brian? Brian?
Yes, I'm moving to do some more studying these days, so weekdays not available. Sorry.
Ugh.
Weekends I can make myself available.
See, weekends is where I do all my work.
You're actually eating into my studying time. I was supposed to be studying between 10 and 1.
I'm very sorry.
But yeah, so
Okay, I'm going to go on to my EGX butt hurt.
uh-oh.
Right, I'm writing EGX in big letters on my notepad now just to build up the anger.
My notepad is actually the back of an old practice exam I don't need anymore. So if anyone's interested in doing a Personal Tax Finance Act 2014 Practice Assessment 2 from Osborne Books,
Send him £15 and he will post it to you
£50,
for
yes,
only £2 postage.
yep, and you can have my handwriting there forever.
Okay. So EGX this year, the tickets came out, 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
Yes.
And as usual, I was like, oh, I'm going to apply for my press passes. So I emailed Tom Champion. I'm name dropping here because he's the guy that runs EGX basically from Eurogamer. Well, the people that run
Okay.
Eurogamer. And I usually contact him every year to ask him what's going on with the press situation because it changes every fucking year. Last year we got a super pass. The year before we only got 1 day.
Oh dear.
So 2 years ago we got 3 years ago we got 2 days. 2 years ago we got 1 day, and then last year we got 4 days.
Good to see they're keeping it nice and consistent so everyone knows.
This year I get shit all.
Why?
I've covered it for 3 years, and this year they've decided, for the interest of keeping queue times down, we're going to only allow YouTube channels with 25,000 plus subscribers to have a press pass.
So how is anyone supposed to succeed when everything is consistently kept to the people who have got the most stuff?
Yep. Right. So
It's capitalism all over again.
I did a bit of research into this.
Yeah.
I thought channels at 25,000 subscribers are probably making a decent bit of money. They aren't going to want to spend the time interviewing people and showing off every game at the show that they can. No, they're going to do about a 10... I thought, this is my general thoughts.
Montage.
They're going to do a 10-minute, maybe 10, you might be lucky, probably 5-minute video. You're probably just screaming about how everything at the show is shit, apart from this one game they really like. I did some research. I looked at Many a True Nerd, as I don't know if you know him, but he does lots of Fallout stuff.
I've heard of Many a True Nerd, but I haven't actually...
His was a 10-minute video in which he mostly cocked up the editing and the recording and basically voice-overed what was at the show. I looked at Mataphobia, who is Nerdcube's community manager, who Nerdcube used to go but doesn't anymore, and he literally did a video about how every AAA game there was shit.
Right.
Right, that's my research.
That's not kind of the coverage that
Nope.
they want, is it?
Nope. Whereas the little guys like me and a guy I ran into a few years ago who commented on one of my videos, we put so much fucking, I bought a free 200 quid mic, I bought a 300 quid camera.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You're going to put more effort into it because you're smaller. You need to make an impression.
Exactly.
But the big guys just half-arse it, and then they go, well, they've got more subscribers, that's why we let them go through. And it's like, well, they're not even trying.
And I can understand, like, the year they only did it one day, they did it one day because loads of people would apply and not pick them up, so they had less tickets to sell to the general public.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
I can understand that. So why not, instead of just saying, it's only 25,000 subscribers, why not say, okay, new press applications, like people that have never been to the show before, have to have X amount of subscribers, and then when it comes to smaller guys, look at the content they've made for the show before. Have they made good content? Have they put effort into it? I would hope that they would say yes to me for that, but they're not going to do that because it's not like they're even personally reviewing it anymore. They've made an automated system that checks your channel once a week for how many subscribers you've got.
See, but then that's also a really, really shit way of determining the size of a channel, because those 25,000 subscribers could all just stop watching your content.
Yeah,
You've still got 25,000 subscribers. So what? You're getting no views, but because you've got 25,000, you can get in with a press pass. That's absurd.
So there's no so when you get a press pass, they stick your email onto a big list of emails, so that all the developers can email out to the people they're interested in, which is how I got my interviews, because I'd get.
Yep.
I would contact some companies, like I think I contacted the Prison Architect guys personally last year, but the rest of them was sort of little email blasts that I got.
Yeah.
Now, without my name on said press ticket list, I'm not going to get those emails this year.
Nope.
So I'm not going to be able to do interviews this year, because the chances of me walking up to a dev and going, "Oh, can we interview you?" will be slim for them saying yes, because they're busy. Or
yeah,
they're
especially when they haven't, because obviously they plan their days around what press they're talking to, what talks they're doing, and all the various other stuff they've got to be doing. So you can't just come up with an impromptu interview because they're going to say, "Well, I haven't really got time, mate."
Yeah. It's
broken system.
It just fucking pisses me off. When he tweeted at me, "Oh no, sorry, everyone's in the same boat," I just felt like that he personally said to me, "You're not fucking good enough for me anymore." It's what I felt like. You're not good enough. Get fucked. And tickets went up this year. It's like 60 quid for a day for 2 people.
I still need to get Hat Films to sign my T-shirt.
So I was considering not going at all, which would have been sad because I've gone for
the past few years, haven't you?
I've gone for 4 or 5 years now. It's actually like there is genuine memories attached to EGX for me.
And here we see the transition from people passionate about games to passionate about money.
Yeah.
It's amazing how things change when money is the pure driving factor. Don't they have record attendance every year?
Yeah, they bump up the numbers every year, yeah. This year,
Yeah.
I think they're bumping up another 5,000. They seem to bump it up 5,000 a year. This year, they're buying a second hall, and they're having like 20% more floor space. And No, I'm just looking, like, the lowest viewed video I have from EGX of any of the 2 years I actually did videos. The first year I didn't do a video, I will admit. The first year I did, like... but I didn't have the kit for it. And I was nervous as shit, as I was in 2014 when I was like, hi, is this the interview?
Are you actually interviewing me?
But no, even in 2014, 88 views, 31 views, 150 views on one of my videos.
Which is, what, 75% turnaround on your subscribers, essentially.
Yeah. Like, the 25k channels aren't going to get... You know, that 150 views for one video, 88 views for another video. That's like half of my subscribers in a video.
Yeah.
Whereas the 25k guys are going to get about 10% of their subscribers to watch it, and it'll be a 5-minute video on all the games.
Yeah, precisely. I know that Films didn't do any interviews while they were at EGX, but it did a lot of, I don't want to say montage stuff, but it did a lot of look what we're playing things.
Yeah,
it was very early. I think it must have been like 2012, I think, when they went to EGX. And that was the sort of recording they did. But now they go to EGX and they don't do that.
No, they go to EGX and they stream.
Yeah, they stream.
Which they could do from home.
Well,
and it wouldn't cost everyone money.
They've done stuff for Ubi and stuff, haven't they?
Yeah.
They did New Worms last year. They did Trials Fusion a couple of years before, which I stood there and watched. I spent the whole Sunday watching that Films do stuff. In the toilets. Don't worry, that's that Films humour. It's possible. But yeah, they ever since their 2012 stuff, they haven't really done anything that says, "Look at these crazy games we're playing."
No, that's what all the big channels do, because they don't have time.
And they're followed around by fans all the time.
Exactly. This is the thing. This is the only upside I can see to having big channels go, is the fact that you get their screaming, shitty, pissy fans going with them.
Well, that's the thing. Ever since, Hat Films joined the Octocast, it's always been a bit of a bugbear for me, because you go to places and you can't fucking see them anymore, because you've got all these screaming people who don't even fucking get anything. When I went to the Q&A last year, and there were people who were nowhere near old enough to watch Hat Films content. No way. Hat Films content is definitely 18 plus. Why are you a 13-year-old watching that, and why are you going to the Q&A when you know that it's going to be adult themes? Like when someone who's obviously like 14, 15 asked Smith for film recommendations, and he went one guy, one jar, or whatever it was, to go with the sticks the jar of his bum. And everyone who was old enough was like, "You can't suggest that." And I think even Trot said, you can't suggest that. He's like 15.
Oh dear. Oh, it's just like you were there that year when we met my mum, weren't you? For like all of us. Do you remember when there was a massive huddle of people outside and it was fucking Syndicate?
I don't know who Syndicate is. I don't care who he is.
He's got his own clothing brand and everything. But like it's just like that, It's just like he stands outside and he can't. There is no good to this.
That's the thing. I don't think it's fair that the YouTubers then can't make the content they would usually make at events like that, because people would fucking hound them. If I saw Hat Films while I was wandering, I don't think I'd approach them on the basis that I know it'd annoy the arse off them.
Well,
trying to do stuff.
There's a really good Christmas. I went and saw Top Gear Live, not the recording stuff, but the stage show they do.
They're not allowed to call it that anymore.
It's Clark Hammond and May Live, sorry, and they made lots of Top Gear jokes about how they can't say Top Gear. I sat literally the seat in front of Nerd Cubed. Like I spent the entire fucking show going to George, that's Nerd Cube. George, that's Nerd Cube. George, that's Nerd Cube. And I tweeted out, I got my phone out and like secretly tweeted, sat in front of Nerd Cube. Like, because he could see my screen really fucking clearly, so I said it. But I didn't say hello, because he was with his dad, his friend Watt, who they used to make videos together and sort of don't now because he lives, and he's with his mum. And I was like, I don't want to interrupt these guys. They're having a lovely day out.
While not a YouTuber, definitely not a YouTuber, you may not have heard of him yet. He's a snooker player called Judd Trump.
No idea.
he was being billed as the next Ronnie O'Sullivan. So if you know what Snooker is, then you know who
I know
Rocket
Ronnie
Sullivan
is. Isn't
Yeah.
Ronnie the one that recently said he gets bored?
Yeah, he's one of those. He's an absolute master of what he does, but he's mentally unstable, which seems to be a thing with people who are immensely gifted at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were eating in TGI Fridays. We were feeling posh that day. And Judd Trump and his dad and a friend were sat on the table next to us. I was like, "That's Judd Trump," and I said to Mum, "That's Judd Trump," because she knows who he is as well. Because we both watch snooker. But it felt rude to me to go up to him and say, "Hi, Judd." You know, who the fuck is this guy walking up to me? First of all, and second, I'm trying to eat my dinner.
Yeah, well, this was the thing at Top Gear. It was Clarkson, Hammond, and the main live. Like, they were sat behind us, and I was like, George was like, go say hello to them. I'm like, no, he's got his dad and his mum. Like, his dad and him work together quite a lot, but his mum not so much. And he lives abroad now, supposedly. I don't know if he actually does or not, but it seemed like he does, because, like, he came over and did a thing with Ashens, and they did it all in one shot and stuff. Anyway. And when the end of the show came, I realised his dad was, like, limping a bit, so I let him go down the stairs behind us, and he walked into me by accident. I was like, I got run into by Dad cubed. And
God.
Then George, he diverted off to the toilet, and he accidentally walked into George, and it was like, but I didn't say, I didn't go, oh, hi. Even when it was finished, I didn't go, oh, hi, you're Nerd Cubed, aren't you?
Well, and you know what? If other people hadn't realised he was there, they would have. If someone went, "Oh, it's Nerd Cubed."
Yeah, that's what I said to George. I said, if somebody else had done it, I might have gone up and said, "Oh, hi, it's nice to meet you. I really like what you do," and then probably that would mean it.
Yeah, and that would have been
like,
it.
Thanks for it. Thanks for thanks for the entertainment.
Yeah. But I think I'd hate to be a celebrity on the basis that I know people wouldn't care about my privacy as much as I care about other people's privacy.
This is the thing I've always wondered. Like, when you become famous, how do you make friends? Like,
yeah, precisely. How do you sift the real ones from the fake ones? Because
like,
they've all
the
got
only
secret-
way I can imagine that you can make friends is when somebody doesn't even click who you are for like months.
Yeah, but then is it they're being polite, or
Exactly.
is it because?
And then when you tell them who you are they going to suddenly go, "Oh my God, it's you from the movie!"
Well, yeah, and I know I could never be friends with Hat Films. I'm just a fan. I'm just someone who enjoys their content. They don't know me from Adam.
I'd love to collaborate with some of the bigger YouTubers, like, just because I like them as people, not because I want their fame. But I'm never going to fucking happen.
If I was big into the YouTube game, which I can't really be, I do the odd bit with you, but that's it. Then I'd love to do collaborations with them, but I'm not going to sit here trying to be their friend.
No.
When I'm just a random person out on the street.
And yes, I do feel a bit envious when there's certain people on streams that they know off by name, and I look at, like on a video game is trying to go, "Oh, look, it's Hollow Drone," and it's like, oh, that's kind of it's like they actually know that guy because he's been on some of their streams, and I kind of wish that was me sometimes.
Well, obviously I was ecstatic when I got to play Rocket League against Hat Films. But that's as far as my fandom will go. I'll get some stuff signed, but I'm not going to try to be their friend.
No.
Not because I don't like them, but because it's weird. It's you know them, but they don't know you. It's all the one-way stuff.
He said in the King's Speech, is a really weird, good movie, but odd reference here. At some point, the Prince says to his voice coach, "It's funny, I look at the common man on the street, and I know as much about his private life as he knows about mine." Like, it's when he knows everything. That common man thinks he knows everything about the Prince, but he knows nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, precisely. And I just can't intrude on people's privacy like that. It's not in my nature.
It's why I don't want to be. It's why that's why I say I don't want to be a massive YouTuber, because, like, especially in this day and age, like when you go back to when PewDiePie and that lot started becoming big, they wouldn't go out on the street and get recognised, or very rarely. But now,
yeah.
Now I doubt PewDiePie
but you
can
say
make friends.
that if you kept it to pure video games and not live vlogs and things like that, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be recognised. You don't know your voice, and I think.
Well, that's the thing, right? So there's a guy called CGP Grey who does education, sort of like this is how Britain works, sort of like this is the difference between Great Britain and England and that lot. Just really like niche videos like that. But he's really big. But people recognise him by his voice when he's talking like on the phone or something.
Yeah, but then
oh, you're CGP Grey, aren't you?
in a crowd,
No.
how you know?
Yeah,
who
well,
he
this is why I don't do much vlogging. Like, I did the Christmas calendars twice, I think, but I don't like everyone go. Oh, you should put face cam on your stream. It's like I don't. It's not about me.
It's about the game.
It's about the
And
game
the
and my
fun.
enjoyment of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't
appreciate
have a
face
character.
cams
I
on,
don't have a character.
Yeah, I appreciate films face cams thing, but I don't think they need to do it. To be honest, you know,
Well, I
I
didn't do it for the rest of the video, so why do it for the stream?
well, yeah, but they did it for Destiny for a bit.
And they got
For
bored of
how
Destiny. Because
Yeah, because they realised how shallow it was, and how few views it was getting. I think that's the only time they've killed something off because of it didn't get any attention. Most of it they stopped doing because they got bored.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, everyone gets bored of stuff in the end.
But I'd never like. I don't want to be at the point where I can't talk to people that know me. You know, like Stampy Longnose or whatever the fuck his name. He
Stampy
came from this
Dickface.
uni. He came from my uni, Portsmouth Uni,
Yeah.
and like
Is he celebrated?
no. Although occasionally a lecturer will pull up the fact that you don't have to do uni because like good old Stampy did it. And although my lecturer said PewDiePie, and I was like, no. It's not PewDiePie because he's Swedish.
Yes.
Sorry, mate. You got it wrong again. But no, it's like he would have been like when I show off my YouTube channel occasionally to somebody, they're like, "Oh, you've got a YouTube channel, have you?" And they're like, "Yeah." They have a look, and they're like, "Oh, you've only got 200 subscribers." I imagine
See,
Stampy would have been
that's
like
the way
that.
to look at it.
I imagine that's what Stampy would have been like. And then when it got to the point where he's huge, like everyone would be like, "Oh, I want to be his friend now because he must have
Yeah.
loads of money."
Yeah, and you know what? Those are the people I turn away. I say, you know what? You said it was shit when I had 200 subscribers. Now I've got 2 million. You want to be all up my butt about it? Go
Yeah.
away. Because you're so not genuine.
We got here from EGX, Brian.
What?
We got here from talking about EGX being shit. Well, not shit, but
Well, you know, it's a thing, isn't it? We ramble. BS podcasts. We ramble.
Yeah.
And
but
I think
when it comes to EGX, oh, so carry on.
it's a worthwhile topic because I think it's something that people don't address enough. You know, because I see enough images of people going, "Oh, look who I saw while I was out," and taking selfies. I don't understand selfies. Taking selfies with you know, various YouTubers that I watch, which happens to be one. And then there was another one where someone literally stalked Ross around the supermarket
And
then posted it on Reddit.
That's like
That's
my worst
ultra
nightmare
creepy.
is having a stalker.
That's ultra creepy.
Like, going back to Syndicate, one time he had to make a vlog. Like, the last time I looked at his channel, he made a vlog where he's like, "Guys, you need to stop turning up at my doorstep." He moved
Yeah.
house. NerdCube moved house. Like, it's quite funny, actually. I went back through NerdCube's videos to see when I first subscribed to him.
Yep.
And one of the videos I missed of his was, this was just after Top Gear, because I was like, after the Top Gear thing, I was like, I wonder what his, like, policy is on this sort of stuff. Because any sane YouTuber has a sort of policy that they've told everyone. And he mentioned that somebody somehow tracked him down to his house, his flat, with where him and his friend lived.
Yep.
Managed to get through a security locked door and to their front door.
Wow.
And he was like, "Don't do it, guys. Like, if you see me out and about on the street, say hi, but don't come to my house." Syndicate, this is why Dan moved house, because he was getting so many people like harassing about where he lived and stuff like that. And Syndicate had to move as well, and he moved to America, and he did a vlog, and there was a bit of his window showing so that people could see outside, and somebody tracked him down via the bit of street they saw on the window
Really?
and hid in his bush until he came home and asked for a signature.
That's absurd.
And it's just
That
like
is
he was
certainly
literally
what I
like,
heard.
guys, don't turn up at my house. I will call the police. I will not answer the door. I will call the police.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Everyone's entitled to privacy. What makes you think that because they do something they want to be constantly invaded?
Exactly.
That's absurd.
This is any sensible YouTuber's policy. Is YouTube. My real life is my real life. They're two separate things. When I'm out and about, if you see me, say hi.
Well, British YouTubers especially, because when they get big, they set up limited companies.
Mm-hmm.
And there are places where you can find these things, but you're not supposed to be going around trying to find out where they live.
No.
That's not what it's for. And why you, for a half a second, think it's a thing you should be doing is beyond me.
Well, no, whenever we searched it up, we've never searched it up to find out where they live, have we? We've searched it up to be like, oh, I wonder what the directorship share is.
Well, yeah, like I was intrigued to see how the directorship of the old cast was and see how things were split. And, that was it. That's all it took.
We're both numbers nerds, basically.
Yeah, and I was having a discussion with another subscriber. That's what we were chatting about. How Hat Films go on trips and things like that. And since they joined the Yours cast, how has it affected finances and things like that? Because, learn to be an accountant. These are things that interest me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I'm doing business. I'm doing business at uni, so this stuff is like part of what I have to learn, limited companies and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was quite intriguing. But there's also a lot of other information that has to be there. So
the internet is not. Oh, it's just horrible. Like
you can hide personal addresses. You can have them be hidden.
Can you?
Yes.
Does it cost money, perchance?
I don't think so. I think you can literally say to. I'm not going to say the place where the financial information is, for obvious reasons. But yeah, you can say to them, "Can I have my personal address hidden?" So you can have a business address, but can I have my home address hidden?
Well, so this is the thing: when you register your URL, you have to put your address down, and most companies will charge you for Whois privacy, which Whois is the system that you can search up people's addresses and when they run out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how people get DDoS and everything, because they find out where they live. It's just like, guys, the internet is not made for privacy. The internet is just fucking awful.
The thing is people have made entertainment a commodity they're giving. But that's it. That's as far as it goes. You can be a fan of a film franchise. Do you then start going around the house of all the actors in a film franchise? No, you don't. So why is it suddenly okay to do it to YouTubers just because they're perceived as regular people who do stuff on videos?
I think it might be NerdCube as well that recently said, well, not recently, but within the last 2 years, I think he brought up in a video that he did that, no, I'm not your friend.
No, precisely.
I'm not your friend. You may think I'm your friend. I will be friendly to you if I ever meet you, but I am not your friend.
They appreciate the fandom, they appreciate the support you give, but there's no personal friendship there. No. Because that's not what it is.
And he said, I may become your friend. Like, if we ended up just, randomly talking, then sure, we may become friends. Yeah. I'm not saying I won't ever be your friend, but don't try and be my friend.
Yeah, being someone's friend isn't a guaranteed state you're going to get into just because you donated or because you watch their content. You don't know them, really. All you know is the persona that they have there. They could be an absolute tosser.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a complete arsehole in real life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm such a diva.
Cannot stand you.
I don't know how George puts up with me. I don't know.
I don't know how I put up with you. Why am I still here? I should have quit ages ago.
But yeah, what was I going to say with the EGX stuff?
Yeah, EGX stuff. That's EGX.
Yeah, you get... So it's like, I think my tickets have now cost me nearly £100.
So you actually have bought tickets?
I have bought tickets for not Friday this year, though, because I'm not going on Friday now because it's so fucking expensive.
Okay, if I don't go, can you get me signed Hat Film stuff, please?
I can give you tickets for Saturday at mates rates. Because I've got extra spare tickets.
Extra spare?
I've got spare tickets.
Are they spare or are they extra?
I've got a spare day ticket. Not an early entry, but a day ticket. I've got 2 spare day tickets.
Can you hold it for me?
I can hold it for you.
Okay, fine, because I want to get something signed by Hat Films this year. I'm not going to be their friend. I just want to get something signed. Because 3 years now, I've missed out. And it's getting frustrating.
Last year you missed out because we were getting food.
I mean, I did enjoy that lunch, but we got back.
You enjoyed that lunch where they couldn't add the two halves together to make a whole rack of ribs.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh, sorry, we've got no half. We've got no full racks left.
We've only got halves left. Well, one half
give me
and
two.
one half.
And then I was like, oh, I won't eat chicken, so they took it away. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
and then when I was nearly finished, I said I would have swapped the ribs for the chicken.
It's like, so I have a burger instead. I had like a 12-pound burger. It's ridiculous.
I still enjoyed that lunch, but yes, we got back with 5 minutes to go before they went to get ready
that's
for
the
the
problem
Q&A.
NEC is a fucking awful venue. Can I just say, the NEC is dire.
It's weirdly laid out.
That's because it connects to the airport and the train station.
Yeah,
so when we got food,
man.
we were in the airport, and you have to go to the train station from the airport, and then walk through all of the NEC to get to fucking Eurogamer.
Yeah, man.
It was like a 30-minute walk each way, wasn't it?
I had to park quite far away as well.
Oh, but no, EGX. The problem is, it's like I've got early entry. Even though I don't ever get in for the early entry, I like skipping the queue for the day ticket.
Yeah.
So I get like.
You say that it didn't take me long to queue up for my stuff last year.
I just
about
don't
25
do
minutes.
queues. I cannot do crowds like that.
I was by myself.
So like.
It's a
The early entry opens at 10 a.m. and everything. So we've always got there about 10:30, apart from the one time we were across the road from EGX. So 10:30. By the time you get there, you're in before the massive queue, but there's no queue left for the early entry. So that's £25 a ticket this year.
Ah.
It was £20 last year, I think. So 2 people, me and George, 2 days. That's £100.
Woo!
And then the cheapest hotel we can find is £120 for the 2 nights.
So that's why I only went for one day. It was a long drive, but I can't do 2 days.
And that's a really shitty, it's like a hotel that's made for like fucking it's a bed.
Yeah, here's a bed. Here's a shower. Good luck.
It's got a fucking fixed like bed above the bed, like attached to the wall. So
what, the shower is attached to
no,
the
the
bed.
It's got like another single bed above the double bed.
How random.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's like it's a cheap hotel when it's got a permanently fixed single bed above the main bed.
Oh,
so
dear.
like I'm looking at like 270 quid for a fucking hotel that's decent and has breakfast. That's going to be like 300 quid plus transport.
Is that the one that's right nearby?
No, it was the one I stayed in last year.
I was going to say, because the problem you have with ones that are right on, practically on site, you're going to get the fucking riff-raff there.
Yeah.
I like being a gamer, but I don't like other gamers. A lot of them are really immature and annoying.
It always made me smile whenever I used to travel up from where I live. Insert name here. Don't make the joke because I'd rather people didn't know where I live. Whenever I used to travel there to London, like you'd see people with EGX, like they'd have like a Minecraft sword, and it always used to make me smile. It's like, look, that's the guy from EGX. I could go over and talk to him, but I'm not going to because I'm a gamer and I'm socially awkward.
I wouldn't say I'm quite socially awkward, but I'm not debilitatingly socially awkward. But
I am, but that's
But
that's why I'm disabled.
Being socially awkward doesn't make you disabled.
No, I'm debilitatingly socially awkward.
It doesn't make you disabled.
By the word debilitating, disabled.
No, it doesn't make you disabled, mate.
I'm disabled for other reasons, Brian. But anyway.
I understand that, but being socially awkward doesn't make you disabled, is what I'm saying.
Anyway, Brian.
Yeah, anyway.
EGX is a fucking bomb now. I'm really missing press tickets.
I don't know.
Which sounds like a dickish thing to say for the people that didn't get press tickets, but having gone for 3 years without having to pay for the tickets.
There's going to be more people without press tickets this year than there were last year.
Yeah. And the hotels are sort of cottoned on this year to
the fact that the big event's going on, so they're up in their rates.
Yep.
Yeah, so one day then. I'm not paying top dollar for a bottom dollar hotel.
So I might not even go at this point. I might just end up selling all my tickets. I don't know. Depends if I can afford a hotel.
The only thing I want is signed hat film stuff. That's the only thing I want now.
Could you not go to MCM? Did not go to MCM or anything?
No, well, that was in London, wasn't it? But it's
Yeah.
Comic-Con. I don't care about comics or cons. I don't care about comics, man.
No,
Shit.
that's the other weird. Right, we're kind of carrying on the EGX wagon here. Even though I should be phoning up George now to wake him up so he can come over and help me go shopping and shit.
Why don't you do online shopping like everyone else?
Because I need to start my car, otherwise the battery dies, and I have to use the jump start kit that I had to buy because the battery kept dying.
Why don't you get a new battery?
It's brand new battery.
So there's another problem with your car.
Probably. Fuck
Or the
knows.
alternator, so it's not charging up the battery.
Fuck
you can buy
knows.
you can buy as many batteries as you like. If the alternator's not charging, then you're going to need a new alternator.
No, the alternator is charging. It's not. It's just
Well, then how's the battery discharging?
cold, and I don't. You drive
That's
your car
BS,
every day. I think.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
If I leave it 2 weeks, it dies.
I drove my car once in 2 weeks. And it started up fine.
And the last time it stopped, I started it on the Wednesday and turned it off, and then when I got back into the car and realised, I was like, oh, I sort of discharged the battery then, didn't I?
You shouldn't also turn it on, turn it straight off.
Yeah, that's what I did, and because I wasn't thinking. Anyway, what was I
Should I
saying?
turn it off and on again?
What was I saying?
I don't know. You sidetracked.
Fuck it, I don't know what I was saying, so we're gonna try and end this podcast, I guess.
I know there's a lot of points on my list that I haven't spoken about.
Oh, Brian, go through them.
Fallout 4 DLC. Why are they making it more expensive, yo? Two of it's one of it's going to be 10 minutes, so you're going to be bored of it.
Oh, Fallout 4 DLC. Yes, fuck that.
Circle of Death stuff. What the hell, man? That's really that is the fucking thorn. That is it. It's the thorn from New Vegas that you can build in your settlements. Okay, that's all you need to know.
Circle
Do
of
you know
Death
anything about the
stuff?
thorn?
Circle of Death stuff?
Do you know about the thorn
No,
and the quest Bleed Me Dry?
no.
You're an idiot.
I know.
Automatron. I think it's Automatron.
Yeah, Automatron is just robots that can follow you.
Yeah, which someone had already made a Century Bot follower like 2 weeks after release, and you've got the robotic defense mod for your settlement. So, also they tried to work the Mechanist into the lore for that. How? He didn't make RoboBrains.
I don't know.
Who was it who made RoboBrains? This is going to annoy me now.
Basically, news is they've raised the prices of the season pass. There's going to be more DLC than we expected, but most of the DLC is going to be tiny shitty mods.
BS, they knew what they were doing.
This is the thing. There's one big bit of DLC that looks a bit point lookout-y, maybe.
There you go. Yes. General Atomics made it. I thought I was right. General Atomics made it. The Mechanist did not make RoboBrains. He doesn't have the tech to take people's brains and put it into a robot. So how is he playing into that? Bethesda,
And
you're missing out your own lore.
Bethesda can go suck a dick because Fallout 4 is actually a terrible RPG.
Yeah, yet managed to win the RPG MMO Game of the Year award.
And these DLCs are going to be nowhere as good as they could have been because of the fact that you have two dialogue options, which is...
Yes, you know what? I reserve judgment on that dialogue thing. It's shit. I can't find anything out about anyone now.
So he finally admits the dialogue shit.
No, I admitted it was shit ages ago. I said I didn't
Yeah.
really like it. But yeah, because I haven't played it for a couple of weeks, so it's given me a chance to sort of mull over my issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
There is literally two options. There is goodbye.
I want to play 20 questions with the NPCs, okay? Where did you come from? How did you get here? Who are you sleeping with? What do you sell?
You find out more of that stuff by walking past them.
Yeah, precisely. I got so many map markers by walking past Diamond City Security.
The first time I walked to Diamond City, I was like, can you stop? No, I don't want this. No. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, I did the Museum of Witchcraft, right?
Oh, you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
It was fucking disappointing.
I know, right?
I was like, this is going to be... is it the library in Fallout 3?
What do you mean? Depends what we're talking about.
Like, really spooky, atmospheric... Like,
Well, you had the Dunwich building, which had all the weird shit going on.
Yeah, but Bethesda in all of their games usually have one really atmospheric building or area.
Go to Dunwich Borers.
I've been there, and
That was a weird location.
it's weird, but the story is like 3 little flashbacks, and it just ends with no context.
Well, it doesn't end with no context. It was stuff to do with was it Lovecraft's stuff.
Is
That's
it?
what it's all revolves around.
I picked
Yeah,
up
if
a
you look into
fucking
the lore of
dagger
it.
after popping a million Radex pills.
There's also some kind of part of some kind of robot or something down there, apparently.
But even for like, I understand that like non-direct storytelling, but even that was shit. Like it was just nothing. But I thought I listened to the holotape outside the Museum of Witchcraft. It was like, what is it? What found you? I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be fucking terrifying.
Yeah, you know what? I went in there, and the floor started shaking. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do this. This has done its building.
I sat there messaging Sliff going, I'm ready for spooks. Are you ready for spooks?
I was just like, I can't do it. I cannot progress in this building. And then I thought, fuck it. I read in the wiki. I need to know what comes as I'm not in the mood for jump scares. I was like,
it's not even a jump scare. That's the thing. I was sat there expecting a jump scare.
Deathclaw. Oh, thanks for that.
It's just a Deathclaw. And it's
That's
not
it,
like...
guys.
And the building looks massive from the outside. You literally go round the corner once, up the stairs, and then there's a Deathclaw.
Yep, GG guys. Ruined a very good opportunity for something Dunwich building style scary, because that building scared the shit out of me. As in, I never went in it in any.
Is that what you thought I was going to say, by the way, was the fact that it looked scary and then really wasn't?
Yeah. That it had a lot of build up. For not a lot of payoff.
Even like in Reddit and everyone's like, have you been to the Museum of Witchcraft yet? It's like, no.
It was probably so they could go, it was disappointing, right?
It's like, no, why should I go there? I was like, so when I was playing on my own time, I was like, I'm going to go there.
It was really disappointing, really, really disappointing. I was actually.
But no, like the live, there's in Fallout 3 there was like the supermarket was fucking creepy as it was.
Oh, Supermarket.
Yeah, that was fucking terrifying. And then
that's the thing. Fallout 3 came across as more of a. It had the horror RPG stuff going on.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 was just like.
It's just an action RPG. The whole thing is just go to a place, kill some people. Cool. Thanks for that. Go to a place, kill some people. Cool.
No,
Thanks for that.
I love the world. The world is why I keep playing.
Oh yeah, I sit there and I will happily walk around the world and find new things. But
story dire, dialogue options dire, Museum of Witchcraft dire, Dunwich Borers not as good as it could have been. You know.
That's the thing. When I did the Dunwich Borers, I was like, Paolo, I think I found some story. And he's like, don't lie about story in Fallout 4. And then the minute I said that, it was like, oh, that was it. Okay.
Well, the thing is, Dunwich building had objects being thrown across the room by nothing, doors opening and closing, and all the rest of it. Yes, and then you found that obelisk at the bottom. It was pitch black in that building as well, and you found the odd holotape around.
I just remember lots of feral ghouls.
Yeah, but it was in the pitch black, and there was a flashback where you see a person pre-war, and then the flashback ends and they're a ghoul, and they use that exact same effect in Dunwich Borers. So it kind of.
Oh wait, you're saying something else? Are you saying that was used somewhere else? Are you?
Dunwich building. Fallout 3.
Oh, is that in
Fallout 3?
Fallout 3. Okay, I didn't. I was getting confused between Dunwich building and Dunwich Borers.
Dunwich building. Fallout 3 was the scariest place I've ever been, and I have not been to it since my first playthrough. That is the one place I will not go. I can't.
I've never been there, but like, there's places in Fallout 3 and New Vegas that are just fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, definitely creepy as hell.
Even the Metro. The first time you went into the Metro in Fallout 3, it was like, what the fuck?
People complain about those just being transitional areas, but they actually had quite a good atmosphere about them. Mm-hmm. Which is why I disagree that they're just places to, avoid making a big world sort of thing in the city. But and they had their own atmosphere and their own stuff going on. It was quite interesting. But a lot of Fallout 4 has fallen flat for me.
And this is why I'm worried about the DLC. I bought the DLC season pass at stupid amount of money off because it was less than the one bit of DLC I'm interested in.
Don't get me wrong. I've got 300 hours. Not 300 hours. I've got 300 hours?
Yep. Probably, knowing you.
Let's have a look. Quick scan of my list. Yeah, 314 hours I've got of Fallout 4. and I can safely say I'm disappointed.
And he's qualified to say that. How many hours have I got?
So, there we go.
I've got to find it. Gotta find it. I've got 55, and like, I'll pick it up for about another 10 hours and then be like, yeah, I'm done again.
Yeah, I'll come back to it one day, but you know. Bethesda, you disappoint me, guys.
I was going to cover some more stuff, but I kind of need to end the podcast.
Yeah. My lunch is going to make like 45 minutes to make, because it's Hunter's Chicken.
You have Hunter's Chicken every time we do a podcast.
I love Hunter's Chicken. I bought it deliberately so I could have it this weekend.
Like, oh, I'm going to have a podcast this weekend, and I'm going to have Hunter's Chicken afterwards.
Yeah. Lighten that sharp. Yep. So Hunter's Chicken is.
So it's 12 p.m, so as good a time as any to end the podcast.
2 hours.
2 hours with massive fucking fuck-ups in the middle.
Yeah.
I want to die, please.
Isn't me who's editing it down, is it?
But I'll hope to get it out by the end of the month.
Oh, just one last point. Battlefield Hardline's got a new DLC. No one cares.
Sorry?
Battlefield Hardline has got a new DLC.
All right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so did I.
It's got like no players on. I like how Battlefield Hardline's getting DLC while Battlefield 4's still getting free maps.
You know, ETS2 had more players than Battlefield Hardline.
Mm-hmm.
Which I found hilarious. A game about trucking that people go, it's really boring, but we find it really fun.
It's so hard to sell ETS2 to somebody. The amount of people that go, oh, have you got a good game that I should play? I'm like, you should really try ETS2. And they're like, what? Why would I want to drive trucks? I'm like, I don't know.
Why wouldn't you want to drive trucks?
It's like, I don't know why I can sell it to you. I would say download the demo and try it.
Yeah, basically. Download the demo. But yeah, so there we go.
So
if you like Hardline, it's getting DLC. If you don't care like us, it's getting DLC.
thank you for watching. Watching? I said it every fucking week. Thank you for listening. I've been Snowy.
I've been a person.
He's been a person.
I've been a disembodied voice.
Disembodied voice. Disembodied voice. Where are you now?
I'm here.
Oh, cool.
Being disembodied.
Okay. Thank you for listening, watching, reading, writing.
That's alright. No problem. I'll do it every week. Oh, wait. You weren't talking to me?
No.
Oh.
We will speak to you. Yeah, not see you.
Speak to each other.
We'll speak to each other, and you'll listen to us.
Or not.
Under threat of death.
Because I did an awful lot of talking in the first hour, and you did an awful lot of nothing.
I did an awful lot of scribbling on my notepad.
Yes, well, they can't see that, can they?
I will have to upload pictures, which I won't do.
And then you had to timestamp when you mentioned it.
I'm going to timestamp just all of the podcast.
Why don't you cut in a picture of what you drew?
No, I'm not doing it. They're not seeing my artistic flamboyance.
Well, I think you need to show some artistic flamboyance to get yourself known.
That's why I only got 40% in my art unit, Brian. I got a pass, just barely.
Pass is pass, mate.
Anyway, thank you for listening. We'll be back next month, probably. Maybe.
Yep. Well,
we barely made this month. We barely made this month.
Yeah, I know. Depends when you finish editing this one, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Better hurry up. When you got to the
maybe if I release it on midnight of the 1st. No, I'll release one half. Release it as is. Yeah, great. Stitch them together. Don't even sync them up.
Yeah, and say, we actually made more podcasts than we realised, so we're gonna up the price.
Yeah, and I'll do one half on the 29th, is it? 28th?
29th, leap year this year.
Yeah, 29th. And I'll do the other half on the 1st and go, right, we covered this month, right, we can have a month off. I'm also covered in pen now.
Well, it's because you can't control your hands.
It's because it's one of those inky rollerballs. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Oh, that was a bit juicy.
Yeah, bye.
Next time.
Oh, see you next time.